think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the Detroit Lions. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mind.
Hello, everybody. It's the Coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our... Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And we both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Throwing is Allen on third. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen caught by Jones. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Allen now looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
The quick slant caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
From the 41, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Stafford on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And here's Allen to throw on third down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They go play action here on first down. Letting one go deep for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. On play action, Allen. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time...
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 55.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. To throw again. It's complete to Jones. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. Allen now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Open man is Ross, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. A first down carry now for Yeldon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They run here with Singletary. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a second and goal. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Allen. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? They sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 now. Stafford, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
Great field position, has to be one of the best ends in offense.
Touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
15 yards on the play, first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Allen's throw is complete, and they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Allen to throw once more. Complete. It's Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Complete to Jones. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. 3rd down here. This time they stay on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Stafford on third down. Hard throw, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're... Oh, the pressure comes, and it's blocked. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Yeldon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Yeldon. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The defense once more getting set to do battle as they head back out. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. They begin the drive with Johnson, and he powers his way up past the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On 3rd and long, it's Allen going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught at the 25. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. And what a big-time play there. 55 yards. On the run, it's Yeldon. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Again, it's Yeldon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Stafford looks to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, they were successful in one sense. They completed the pass, but still leads them to a tough 4th down situation, doesn't it?
It does, and the deficit more than 3 here at a 1-score game. So the field goal, not their ideal situation. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Allen now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. He finds Yeldon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Allen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got this down to the 35. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving. first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. Do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw here to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be third down. And this offense on third down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
I know he ain't got it. Kill.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. To the air. Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Allen. Got a man open. It's Ross. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Stafford. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A gain of 6 there on first. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now it's Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Matt Weil now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team...
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Coming up on a 3rd and 9, opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Draw play. This is Yeldon.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major League kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 2nd down now, Hope. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Allen. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This thrown quickly out to Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This is Yeldon. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing again is Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Whistles come in and a timeout. Just 8 seconds left in OT. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Do you tighten up?
To the air again, Stafford. He's going to loft one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Again, it's Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime.